Okay, we'll see another factor, electronic configuration. This is an important thing, electronic configuration. So how electronic configuration will influence the ionization energy values? The elements which are having either off-filled or fully filled configuration, those elements are highly stable. If they are highly stable, is there any chance to gain or lose? No, means they haven't interest to lose or gain, but you want to remove the electron. If you want to remove the electron, the definitely required energy will be high. So that's why the species which are having off-filled or fully filled electronic configuration, for them ionization energy will be high. Okay, I will tell you according to this one. For example, you take generally you are expecting nitrogen and oxygen will be there. Okay, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, means left to right what happening, ionization energy will be increasing according to size decreasing, but practically what happening, ionization energy of nitrogen will be more. Okay, even though it is in the smaller size, it is having high ionization energy. What is the reason behind it? Electronic configuration. I think you know electronic configuration of nitrogen, 1s2, 2s2 and 2p3. Here electronic configuration of oxygen is 1s2, 2s2 and 2p4. Now we have to remove the electron from lost shell 2p. Here also lost shell, but it is exactly off-filled. But it is not exactly off-filled and fully filled. That's why it is relatively unstable, but exactly off-filled, no. That's why it is the stable. It is the stable means from that if you want to remove the electron, required energy will be very high. So that's why we are telling ionization energy will be high for nitrogen. Is it clear? Yes, we can go for some other things is nothing but a third periodic property is nothing but electron affinity or electron gain enthalpy, so many names will be there. What is the meaning of electron affinity? Yes, you take a neutral gaseous atom is important thing. Yes, we have like this so many shells will be there. Already here electrons will be there called as valence electron. Now to this you are not pulling, to this you are adding electron. While adding electron, what happening between this negatively charged and negatively charged, some rubbing is going on. In this rubbing, what happening, energy will be releasing. That releasing energy only we are calling as electron gain enthalpy or electron affinity. Energy which is released while adding electrons to neutral gaseous atom is calling as electron affinity or electron gain enthalpy, while gaining electron releasing energy is calling as electron affinity. So quite opposite to ionization energy. There energy required to remove electron, but here while adding electron releasing energy. Just I will tell you one piece, X will be there in gas phase. To that you are adding electron, then it's becoming like X minus. Energy will be releasing. That releasing energy only we are calling as electron affinity, that to first electron affinity. So why first electron affinity? To the neutral species you are adding first electron. This electron releasing process is calling as exothermic process. Exothermic means enthalpy change. Enthalpy change for electron affinity, that to first one is the negative value. This is important bit. Why first one is a negative? While adding first electron to the neutral atom, energy will be releasing. That's why it's exothermic process. That's why it's the enthalpy change for the first electron affinity value will be negative value. No, I'm giving one more thing, adding of second electron. Yes, you are adding one more electron, then some energy changes is coming, that is calling as second electron affinity. Then it's becoming like X minus 2. Now my question, is it exothermic or endothermic? Anybody? Is already negatively charged, is already negatively charged. Is it attracted? No, why? Because already X carries negative charge and you are adding one more negative charge, but how it will attract? Will not attract. Then what happening between X minus and electron, repulsion will be there. Even though you are adding electron, means you have to supply energy to the electron, means here energy is required. Energy will be required means endothermic process. That's why enthalpy change for second electron affinity will be positive value. This is very important bit. Here I want to tell one thing. First electron if it is the exothermic process, that's by negative value. Second electron if it is endothermic, that's by it is a positive value. Sir, you may get the question here. For example, if you take which one, F and F minus, F and F minus, and like that we can take. Yes, I will tell you one example. O minus and O minus 2. Sir, O minus already having 9 electron, it is the 10 electron. 10 electron means neon, sir, but it is a more stable process. No. So means according to if you can go, it is an unstable particle, it is the stable particle. Unstable to stable means it has to be happen naturally, but not happening naturally. Why? Why? Yes, here what you are doing, you are adding one more electron. Already which particle is there? Negatively particle is there. To that you are adding one more negatively particle. Is it favorable? No. That's why while adding second electrons to the uni-negative ion, even though getting product is stable is not a matter, to add electron to the negatively charged particle, that's why the process requires energy. That's why it is definitely endothermic process. For all endothermic process, enthalpy change for second electron affinity value should be positive values. This is a very good question. Okay, now how it is changing in the periods and groups? Anybody? In groups means what happening? Top to bottom. Top to bottom, you know, size increasing. Size increasing means attraction is decreasing or increasing? Decreasing. That's why from top to bottom electron affinity values are going on decreasing. Okay, now comes into the periods. In periods what happening? Left to right. Left to right, what happening? Size decreasing. Size decreasing means pulling nature increasing, releasing energy will be high. That's why electron affinity will be going on increasing. And my question is a very important thing. Least electron affinity having by which one, you know? See, Mercury. Mercury is the least negative electron affinity values, and highest electron affinity values is having by chlorine, and zero electron affinity having by inert gases. Yes, okay, means among the releasing energy, least energy is possible in case of mercury, but highest is possible for chlorine, and zero electron affinity possible for inert gases. Why? Because inert gases will not having a tendency to lose or gain the electrons. Okay, now I will tell you here one important thing. Among the halogens, what is the order? Electron affinity order of halogens. Chlorine is highest among the periodic table and the group also. Next, fluorine, bromine and iodine. And next one more thing, electron affinity of 6th group element is nothing but sulfur is more than selenium, more than tellurium, more than oxygen. The two orders are very, very important. Sir, why chlorine will be having more electron affinity than the fluorine? Just I will explain to you. See here, chlorine and fluorine. In case of chlorine, loss shell is 3s2, 3p5 and 3d0. And in case of fluorine, 2s2, 2p5 is there. To this you are adding electron. Okay, now here how many orbitals is ready here? 9 orbitals is available for entering of electron, means more space for all these 7 electron. That's why already existing electrons are experiencing less repulsive forces. That's why electron will enter easily, releasing energy will be high. But in case of EA value will be high due to that reason. Now in case of fluorine, yes, we have how many orbital? 1 plus 3, 4 orbitals will be there. For 7 electron, already available region is small. That's why what happening? Already presenting or already old electron repulsion will be high. Repulsion will be high means the newly incoming electron not enters easily, then releasing energy will be less. Electron affinity will be low. Are you clear? The same situation is also happening here. Sulfur, selenium, tellurium and least is having oxygen. Why? Because in case of oxygen also 2s2, 2p4 means only 4 orbitals is available for 6 electron. The newly incoming electron will feel difficult to enter. Thus, for releasing energy will be less for oxygen. All of you clear? Yes. Now we can go for some factors. Yes, nuclear charge is directly proportional to electron affinity. You know very well. And electronic configuration, electron affinity is inversely proportional to low. Electron affinity value is low for either off-filled or fully filled orbital configuration. You know very well all these things. All of you clear? And then go for which one is nothing but electropositivity. Sir, what is the meaning of electropositivity? Just it is the tendency. You know very well atomic radius having units, ionization energy having units, and electron affinity is also having units. Why? Because ionization energy and electron affinity are energy values, kilojoule per mole, kilocalorie per mole, like that will be coming. But electropositivity and electronegativities will not having units, no units for these two periodic properties. Because just they are property, just whether taking or losing, that characters are calling as electropositivity and electronegativity. Electropositivity means the tendency of an atom to lose electron by it is calling as electropositivity. Relatively losing character of electron by an atom is calling as electropositivity. So how it is changing in the groups? You know very well, electropositivity from top to bottom, size is going on increasing, electropositivity is also going on increasing. In case of periods left to right, size decreasing means electropositivity will be come down. And highest electropositive element is cesium because of big size. And the least electropositive element is nothing but fluorine because of small size. Always having a tendency to gain but not lose. All of you understood? Yes. Now we are going for one more thing is nothing but electronegativity. Yes, what is the meaning of electronegativity? Is opposite to this one. A tendency of an atom to gain electrons from other species while combination is calling as electronegativity. Electropositivity is similar to which character? Metallic character is directly proportional to size. More size, more losing character, more metallic character. And electronegativity is gaining character. Electronegativity is similar to the non-metallic character, is inversely proportional to the size. Small size, more attraction with newly incoming electron, more electronegative. Okay, now how it is changing? It is also having units. Why? Because just gaining character by an atom with electron is calling as electronegativity. How it is changing in the groups and periods is a quite opposite. Top to bottom means what happening? Size increasing. Size increasing means electron pulling character will be decreasing. In case of periods, we have to mention from left to right. Size decreasing, electronegativity will be going on increasing. Okay, among the periodic table element, highest electronegative element is fluorine. And the least electronegative element is nothing but cesium, reverse. It's a very important, somewhat helpful in the chemical bonding. I will tell you some relative tendency to gain electron character values. I will tell hydrogen, lithium, next beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. What I am telling these values better to remember for chemical bonding purpose. Hydrogen value 2.1 electronegativity, lithium 1, beryllium 1.5, to just 0.5 increasing because left to right values will be going on increasing. So electronegativity is increasing 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4. Come down decreasing. In the group from top to bottom electronegativity values are decreasing. It comes 3, 2.8, 2.5 or 2.5 will be coming. So that means so from top to bottom decreasing, left to right increasing, top to bottom decreasing. All of you understood or no? Yes, it's a very important concept we have to discuss very carefully. And next thing is nothing but nature of oxides. It's a very important. See carefully that two more periodic properties we have. nature of oxides and diagonal relationship. The nature of oxides is very important concept to all of you. Is asking bits from that one. See this one carefully, all of you. Nature of oxides, the very important bit concept for competitive. Nature of oxides. We have mainly 4 types of oxide: acidic oxide, basic oxide, neutral oxide, and amphoteric oxides. The first we will see about the basic oxides. Basic oxides. Okay, basic oxide means what? So basic oxides is nothing but metal oxides. Metal oxides. When metal oxide dissolved in the water gives basic compound, thus by basic oxide nothing but metal oxides. This is directly proportional to electropositive character, directly proportional to size. Are you understanding? Yes. Why? Because metallic character means electropositive character is directly proportional to size. Okay, based on this one I will tell you one question is nothing but S block element oxides and D block element oxides is also acting as a metallic oxide. For example, you take first A group element oxides like sodium oxide, potassium oxide, rubidium oxide and cesium oxide. So among the first A group element oxide, what is the basic character order, strength of oxides? Is this a small size? Is a bigger size? That's why what happening, basic character order will be going on increasing. Like that, calcium oxide, strontium oxide and barium oxide. Yes, we can tell from calcium to barium what happening, beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium, radium. Yes, what happening? Character will be going on increasing. So means basic character of order will be going on increasing in the group from top to bottom, decreasing from top to bottom means left to right. Means we have to tell in groups from top to bottom what happening, basic character of oxides. Basic oxide character will be going on increasing in periods. In periods left to right, what happening? Size decreasing, electropositive character decreasing, metallic character is also decreasing. That's why basic oxide nature will be going on decreasing. Can I give you one question based on this one? For example, you have which one? Carbon dioxide, nitrogen dioxide and fluorine dioxide will be there. F2O is there. What happening? Basic character order, this is the more basic than nitrogen than fluorine. Like this will be there. This statement you have to remember. Second one is nothing but acidic oxides. Acidic oxides. Acidic oxide means acidic oxides is similar to non-metallic oxides. Non-metallic character is directly proportional to electronegative character. Electronegative character is inversely proportional to size. Okay, that's why what I will tell you one thing. For example, in group top to bottom, what happening? In group top to bottom, size increasing, electronegativity decreasing, non-metallic character decreasing. Means acidic oxide character is going on decreasing, but left to right, size decreasing, electronegative increasing, non-metallic character is going on increasing. Means acidic nature oxide will be going on increasing. I will tell you one question. For example, you have which one? N2O is there, otherwise you can take yes N2O3 and P2O3 and AS2O3 is there. Nitrogen family oxides will be there and stibbium oxide will be there. Okay, these are means 5th A group element oxides. Okay, now nitrogen small size, stibbium big size. Okay, top to bottom what happening? What happening? Size increasing, electronegativity decreasing, non-metallic character decreasing. Non-metallic character decreasing means acidic character is also decreasing. That's why strength of acidic oxide nature will be going on decreasing. Not like that, he may ask one more thing. You can take beryllium oxide and you can take one more is nothing but boron oxide, B2O3. Another one is carbon dioxide will be there. These are oxides of the second period elements. Yes, from beryllium to carbon, what happening? Size decreasing, electronegativity character increasing, non-metallic character increasing. Non-metallic character increasing means acidic character is also going on increasing. Acidic strength is going on increasing means like this will be coming. So very simple, metallic character means electropositive character directly proportional to size. In case of acidic character, non-metallic character inversely proportional to size. Now we are going to third category is nothing but neutral oxides. Neutral oxide means these oxides will not react with acids as well as bases. I will tell you important what I am telling. Practice carefully. Zinc oxide, aluminum oxide and tin oxide. So these all are nothing but which one? Sorry, neutral oxides. No, neutral oxide means is nothing but carbon monoxide, nitrogen dioxide, nitric oxide and laughing gas N2O. 3 neutral oxide will be there. These oxides will never react with acids or bases. And fourth one is nothing but amphoteric oxides. Amphoteric oxide means what? Dual nature. Dual nature means according to situation they may react with acids or bases. According to situation. For example, approaching is acid, this will behave like a base. Approaching is a base, this will behave like acid. So these examples are very important. Is nothing but zinc oxide and aluminum oxide, and another one is nothing but tin oxide. These examples are very important. And amphoteric dual metalloid oxides. Metalloid oxide means germanium oxide, and we can take is nothing but germanium and tellurium oxide. These are example for the amphoteric. Remember this one and this one carefully. Why? Because limited examples will be there. And last concept here is nothing but diagonal relationship. Okay, diagonal relationship means is a special relationship will be worked out between first A and fourth A group elements. What are the first A and fourth A group element? Yes, that too in between second and third period. Lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon. Next, sodium, magnesium, aluminum, silicon. Actually, this special relationship will not work out in the remaining region of the periodic table. Only work out in between first A and fourth A and second and third periods. Okay, actually what you learned in a particular group, the elements are having similar physical and chemical properties. But in this region, even though elements are present in the successive group are showing similarities. How? Yes, in this first A group, this element having similar properties with magnesium. This is the second A group element. Again, in second A group element, starting element having similar properties with second element in the successive group is nothing but third A group. Like that, boron having similarities with silicon is nothing but fourth A group element. Okay, means even though elements are present in the different group in this region, also showing similarities in their physical and chemical property, that relation is calling as diagonal relationship. So that means lithium, magnesium is a one diagonal pair. And like that, beryllium and aluminum is the another diagonal pair, and boron and silicon is also another diagonal pair. Sir, why they are showing like this? Because of similarities in size, and as well as electronegative values and as well as polarization power. So because of these three factors, they are showing us similarities in their physical and chemical properties. What is the meaning of polarization power? As you have, for example, B minus you have. B minus means already electron density will be there around it. It's in the form of spherical shape. Now what happened? A plus is approaching. When A plus is approaching, this cloud is attraction. then what happening, it will becomes like this deviation in the electron cloud of the B minus. This is only calling as polarization power of this ion. Polarization power means the force of attraction of a cation on electron cloud of anion is called as polarization power. Indirectly, this positively charged attracts that negatively charged cloud of the anion. That attraction only calling as polarization power. This polarization power is directly proportional to charge on it and inversely proportional to, yes, is a small size, more attraction. That's why ionic radius square inversely proportional to ionic radius square. So that's why polarization power of a cation or anion or whatever ion is equals to charge by ionic radius square. Are you getting or no? Yes. More charge. Yes, if you can take A plus 2, which is having more attraction, this one having more attraction. And this is having big size A plus, this is small size A plus 2, which is having more attraction, more charge, small size, more attraction, big size, less attraction. That's why the polarization power is directly proportional to charge and inversely proportional to ionic radius square.